Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here and welcome to B-Ball Breakdown. Incredible finish to a series between the Spurs and the Thunder, and I can't wait to break that down. But first, I want to show you what the Heat are doing against the Celtics zone and why it didn't really bother them that much, what the return of Bosh means, and how the pick and roll of the Celtics completely diced up the Heat's defense. The first time the Boston Celtics go zone, the Heat aren't really prepared for it. As you can see, they kind of just dribble and attack, and when they finally swing it around, they get the ball to LeBron James in the corner, who just stands there for a while and then rises up and nails a three. Nice to have a player like that, huh? And check this out. The Celtics do a 2-2-1 press, which is simply there to slow them down and make them throw some passes. Then you'll see Haslam set inside screens on all the guards back and forth, trying to get penetration and kickouts. It gets Chalmers a wide open look, but he can't knock it down. And then Wade figures he'll jack it up before the defense gets set, but that's not a great idea. Again, this is a very passive 2-2-1 press. They're not going to give up a layup here and they're not going to pressure the ball very much. They're simply going to slow the Heat down and make them take their time. It works perfectly as LeBron goes to the hoop and takes a contested runner that misses, but there is on the rebound Chris Bosh, who still looks a little rusty. Prepared for the zone, the Heat look a lot better on offense as they attack it with a dribble, swing the ball after getting it down low to LeBron James, and then they get penetration along the baseline where Shane Battier is going to hit LeBron in the corner. And here's where a zone is vulnerable for weak side rebounds by the offensive team as Chris Bosh gets right in there for the tip. And here's a nice play they run with the screen and roll on top, and then they have LeBron James dive to the basket. Beautiful pass by Wade, and while LeBron misses, again, offensive rebounds are a weakness against the zone. And the Heat got an inside screen by Haslam and penetration, and this is what the zone wants to give up, a contested three-point shot. Same exact play, but Rondo won't rotate over to get the three-point shooter, and this guy, James Jones, is wide open for the three. However, in crunch time, the zone definitely helped the Celtics. Here, they don't really get much of a play or side-to-side action, and the clock starts working against them, and Dwayne Wade bails them out by shooting a long contested jumper. And here's the possession that Doc Rivers was working towards. They go away from the zone and play man, but the Heat are still running their zone offense, which doesn't work so well when they're playing man, and here, Dwayne Wade is going to take an awful shot going to the basket, and the Celtics get the rebound. And let's talk about the return of Chris Bosh. He immediately helps out on the defensive end with the pressure from the weak side that forces a turnover, and that gets LeBron James a nice run out and a finish. In transition, he finds himself guarding Rondo and does a nice job pressuring him into a miss. And after one of his only ball screens, he's going to pop out to the top of the key and rush a shot that's a little bit farther than his range. Then the Heat run a nifty little play with LeBron in the corner who rolls, and then there is Chris Bosh ducking in and does his patented over left shoulder fadeaway off the glass. And this was his only true ball screen in the whole entire game, and when he rolls, he gets the ball back. It ain't so smooth, but it's a really effective and one. However, guarding KG was not his forte, and it really hurt the Heat. Trying to front him here with Rondo passing isn't going to work. And while his offensive rebounding and jostling for position really helped the Heat, his rustiness showed here as he doesn't put the ball back up on an aggressive move in the post. Instead, throws it back out, the Heat swing it, and LeBron gets a drive but blocked by KG. And Bosh's rustiness wasn't limited to just the offensive end. Here on defense, he can't locate KG fast enough, and there's a beautiful pass by Rondo. So Boston starts slipping the screen, meaning that Kevin Garnett doesn't even make contact on the defender. There's no way Battier can stop that. And the Celtics know that the Heat will hedge high against any screening rolls. So Haslam's going to get way up above the free throw line, and Battier is going to rotate over but decides to go near Bass first, and Rondo hits KG for the dunk. Again, Rondo is slicing the defense up, but I want you to watch how LeBron is supposed to bump KG and stay on him, but he's too worried about Pierce, so he lets KG go right by him, and Rondo is going to hit a great pass every time. So Haslam adjusts and decides to not hedge and watch KG, but that lets Rondo penetrate and then dish to KG and gets a foul. The Celtics have gotten the Heat defense guessing, so here's the old pick and pop that Garnett is so good at, as Rondo does a nice little behind the back pass and a pull-up splash. Even Stiemsma got into the act on his role, as Mike Miller is going to be worried about Ray Allen in the corner. It doesn't help out totally. Stiemsma just catches the ball and turns and shoots. And to cap it off, they run a two-man game on the right side with Rondo and Kevin Garnett. They put three other Celtics above the three-point line. There's no help as Garnett slips the screen and gets a beautiful lob for a dunk. So here's what you should do. When the Celtics go zone, watch for the possession right after they go back to man and see if the Heat turn it over or get a bad shot. Also, Bosh will play a lot more, and I'm sure he'll play a little bit better. And if they can't solve the pick and roll with KG and Rondo, the Heat will lose in 6. Well, stay tuned for lots more coming up, and don't forget, at B-Ball Breakdown, it's not a channel, it's a conversation. You in?